I have all the responsibilities. I have to pay bills. I have to make money. I have a battle here. I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. No matter how hard the path is, because it was really hard for me, it doesn't matter the mistakes, the challenges. That's how you learn. Just keep doing it, and you're gonna get there. And I'm here.
So you're a Venezuelan soap opera star.
I am, yes.
What's been your body of work?
First, what is that? Like pop star?
Yeah, like what
Like
soap operas
singer?
have you been in? Are you a singer too?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, show us
Yeah.
something.
No, I can't.
We have to buy tickets to get
Yes,
it. Okay.
that's
all
not
right.
like for free.
You have to pay her for
Of
that.
course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I met you a few years ago when you became a patient of
Yeah.
my practice, but I don't really know you that well. I mean, since then I've met your husband, your mom,
My
I think like an
uncle.
uncle,
Yes,
right?
like my dog, everyone.
I've met a few of you. But since I still don't know you that well, I have a couple of very important questions that are going to break the ice a little bit here.
Okay.
Number one, you're in real estate.
Yes.
You're a realtor. Do you prefer open floor plans or like these little cozy nooks?
Open. I want to see
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
A few years ago, Mercedes and I were very much into the open floor plan too. And I don't know if maybe we're just aging. We're getting old.
Maybe. Yeah.
But thanks, Alex.
No. Is it true?
But now we're very much about like, oh, every corner has to have its own little thing. And
Yeah.
we look at pictures of our house from a few years ago and we see the open floor plan and we're just like, it's so bare.
Yeah,
There's
I
nothing-
know.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay. What about luxury high-rise condos or a sprawling countryside estate?
Country.
Yeah.
I like country.
Like chickens and
Yeah, that's what I
cows
like.
and stuff.
Clermont. I love Clermont.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
long have you
prefer
lived in
that.
Clermont?
4 years.
Okay. so
Yeah,
not even
like
that-
we bought the house right before COVID.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
time about.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's when we bought our house. Your interest rate must be really nice. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
A fixer-upper with charm or a house that's ready to go, you move in, it's done.
A fixer-upper. Yeah.
So you like extra work.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like to put my,
Unique touch on
yeah,
it. Yeah.
I prefer that.
Okay. Oh, this one's tough. This one's tough for me. Do you prefer skipping your toddler's nap time for a quick bedtime at night, but it's chaos during the day? Or he takes a nap during the day and then you have to fight with him at night to go to sleep?
Oh, the first one. No,
Yeah.
the
He
first
falls
one.
asleep at night right away.
Yes.
And you just power through the day. I think I prefer that too. But by the time it gets to be like 5 or 6 o'clock,
Well, I call it like the happy hour between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
He's another kid. He's crazy,
yeah.
but he sleeps through the night.
Huh.
Yeah.
We have a name for that time too, but it's not the happy hour.
It's a happy hour for him,
Okay.
not for us.
Okay,
Yeah.
like a family show.
How do you call it?
They're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
call it the witching hour. They're just
No
go
way.
insane. Like
Yeah.
runs around the house naked. It's crazy.
I don't know what is it, but yeah.
Beach day or mountain
Beach
getaway? Wow.
Yes. I love the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Look.
about? Oh, I see.
love
Okay.
the beach.
I'm the same way. I prefer the beach. It's got to be like a Caribbean thing.
Yeah, maybe. True.
How do you feel about the beaches in Florida? Because you're from Venezuela originally.
Well, I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
Like El Mar Caribe is
it's a different-
El Mar Caribe.
it's a
Yes,
different thing.
yes. But I love like Tampa area,
Mm-hmm.
San Pete beaches, Sarasota. Like
Yeah.
those beaches are
Yeah.
destined. It's
I've never been to.
oh my
Destin.
God, it's something else.
I think Panama City. I really liked
Yes.
Panama City Beach. That was really nice. But I feel like my problem is every time I go to a beach over there, I'm still comparing it to back home.
Yeah,
I'm comparing it to
yeah.
Santo Domingo. I'm comparing it to Punta
I know.
Cana. And then when I get there, it's like,
Yeah.
where are the palm trees at, bro? Like, there's just sand.
Actually, the last time I was in Venezuela was when I came, like 2016. And like a year ago, last year, I went to Punta Cana and
Yeah.
Santo Domingo. So when I saw the Mar Caribe, I was like,
Almost makes you want to cry after that long.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
See? This one should be easy for you. Venezuelan arepas or American pancakes?
Of course.
Sounds like the
Venezuelan
arepas.
Of course.
What are arepas? Because in Dominican Republic, I think arepas are something different than
Okay.
how you guys.
So I explain it this way, like it's like a sandwich,
Okay.
right? And you put everything inside.
Okay.
Okay. So it's literally like everything. Like you can put shredded beef, chicken, avocado, cheese, ham, everything that you can imagine.
And
Okay.
what's the outer layer? If it's like a sandwich?
Corn flavor.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
flavor.
Like a tortilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
No, because it's like thicker. Yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, Colombian arepas are from Venezuela,
Okay.
of course. But Colombian arepas are like a taco.
Okay.
They're like thinner,
Okay.
and you put everything on top. Venezuelans are thicker, and you
Everything on
put
the
everything inside. So there's stuff.
It sounds similar to like a Dominican yaniqueque. I don't know.
Ñani what?
Yaniqueque.
Yaniqueque.
It was the best word we could find. Everything else was taken. But
Okay.
it's basically how do I describe it? The outside layer, I guess it's fried, and then like the cheese and stuff goes on the inside. Cheese, ham, beef, whatever you want.
How
right?
I didn't
But-
try this.
Oh, we'll
I was
have
there.
to. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Oh my God,
correct that.
yes.
Do you prefer a spontaneous adventure or a well-planned itinerary?
Very planned.
Yeah,
I like to plan everything.
yeah. I got the sense of that
Yeah.
when you emailed me 3 times for the outline of today's show.
Yeah, I like that.
Morning coffee, late night wine.
Wine.
Yeah. What kind of
Yes.
wine?
I like white wine.
Me too.
Yeah,
People laugh
and
at me.
dry.
Dry?
Very dry.
Like-
I don't like sweet.
No. Why?
I don't know. I just don't like sweets at all. Like,
Really?
oh yeah. I don't like
Wow.
chocolate.
You don't like chocolate?
No. Yeah. I'm a weird person. I know.
That is very strange.
Yeah.
Did John have like difficulties when you guys started dating?
Actually, no, because he likes chocolate, but he doesn't like sweets either. So,
Really?
yeah.
So dark chocolate is his
Yeah,
thing?
he likes all kind of chocolates.
Huh.
He loves a chocolate chip cookie,
Yeah.
like his thing. Yeah.
All right. Again, you're a realtor. Dealing with toddler tantrums or last minute client demands.
Last minute client.
Yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that too. Even with me being a dentist, like I'd much rather have a patient complaining about stuff than like dealing with crews and Penelope going insane for
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
30 minutes.
I
And
can
then-
imagine having two.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tequeños or empanadas?
Oh, empanadas.
Yeah.
Oof.
Tequeños are like the little cheese.
It's
right?
like, mozzarella sticks,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Empanadas, definitely. You know, here in Clermont, there's a very good empanada place. They're
Where?
Brazilian, so they're not Venezuelan, but they're in downtown
Okay.
Clermont. Pico's Bistro.
Oh, yes, yes.
Amazing empanadas.
That's like,
It's like a downstairs.
yes,
kind of,
I've tried them.
It's amazing.
But those, I think they're pastelitos.
Really?
Yes. It's from hojaldre. I don't know
Okay.
how to say that in English. And empanadas are from the same ingredient as arepas. So they're just half and fried.
Okay,
You know,
gotcha.
everything is inside, half
Okay.
and fried.
Wow. No, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think those might be pastelitos.
And they're really good. Yes,
Huh,
I've tried them.
Interesting. Okay. So you're, like we said, you're from Caracas.
Mm-hmm.
You immigrated to the United States in 2016. So I know Venezuela has had some issues over
Mm-hmm.
the last decade. For you personally, what motivated that move here?
So yes, Venezuela is a hot mess since a lot of years ago. By the time I made the decision to come here, because I have family here, so it was a little bit less difficult. It was really crazy because I didn't see any opportunities. I wanted to have my degree, which I did, and as soon as I did, I came here. I did it just for like a personal achievement, because I did know that I I wasn't going to use that degree here, but I was I was wrong, because now being a realtor, I'm working and using all my knowledge
Yeah.
for my clients. I have a degree in marketing. So
Okay.
you as a realtor have to have knowledge about marketing.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, let's get my degree, let's enjoy it, and
And then
let's.
I'm getting out. So
Yes.
while you were in college, you knew like I'm not staying here. I'm
I
leaving.
knew it. Yes, yes, I knew it.
Okay. And you said you had family here.
Yes, I did. Well,
Okay.
I have.
Okay. What was your life like in Caracas?
I always say I was a princess, and I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Really?
Oh yeah,
How so?
because I mean, I used to live with my mom and my grandma. I didn't cook. I didn't do laundry. I didn't do anything.
Everything was done.
I was enjoying my life. I was going out. I had friends. A very healthy life, you know. I was 20 something, 20 when I came here. I was 23,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I was just studying. I didn't have any
Your
much.
responsibilities
Yeah,
besides school.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you were a princess enjoying your life, but you knew still that you wanted to leave. So was there some element of, I don't want to say hardship, but was there some element of like knowing this is not the place that I want to be long term?
I mean, I love Venezuela. Still love it. But I knew it wasn't my place. Like I wanted to do something bigger.
Yeah.
You know. So I was dreaming big, and I knew that it wasn't the right place for what I had in mind.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think this country is the place.
When you moved to Florida, was that your first time in
Yes.
Florida? Was that your
Yes.
first time like ever coming?
No, actually, I came here a few times,
Okay.
vacations, for like 3 or 4 times, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
Especially
made things a little
Orlando.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that made things a little easier. Now there's a big Venezuelan community.
Huge.
I don't know Clermont, but definitely Windermere.
Yeah.
Garden, those areas. Okay. What was the biggest challenge you faced during that transition?
That change,
Yeah.
like I was a
From-
princess, and now I have all the responsibilities. I have to pay bills. I have to make money. I have a rent. I need to cook. I need to do laundry. Everything by myself. So it was. Yesterday I was a princess. Today I'm an adult.
Today
You
you're a
know.
pauper.
Yes. So that was huge for me.
When you got here, did you live with your family, or you?
So
were on
I
your
got
own
here to my cousin's house. I came here with my mom. She stayed with me for like 2 months. And then I rented a place with 4 guys.
Yeah.
4 guys. I was the only one. I share bathroom with 2 guys.
Yeah.
So I was there for like 3 months. I used to work. I didn't have a car. So I literally was making money to pay Uber and pay rent and food. That's it.
Wow.
And then like 6 months later, my mom, my grandma, and my dog came from Venezuela.
Yeah.
And yeah, now we're here all together.
During those first 6 months, you're struggling, right?
I was struggling. Yeah.
Did you ever think like, oh, I made the wrong choice, or
No.
you were clear-eyed, like
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally never thought about coming
going
back
Yeah.
or going to another place.
Yeah.
It was here.
How'd you get into real estate?
So I love sales. I've been in sales since I was, I don't know, like maybe 10 years old.
Really?
Oh,
What
yeah.
were you selling when you were 10 years old?
I used to do jewelry. Actually, I still do jewelry, and I sell them. So I always sell everything. Like I like sales. Like I know how to, how to present a product.
Yeah.
This time is a service that I provide. And I love help people. Like sometimes I want to help everyone.
Yeah.
And of course you cannot help everyone. So I would say real estate is like a good combination because you are in sales and you help people to find either a house or sell a property, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I think this is my thing.
Yeah.
So I got licensed in 2021 and I had my 9 to 5 at the same time. So I was trying to do both, which I couldn't. And my husband, it's in real estate too, and his family. So I was like, around that area.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I like this.
Okay. What were
Yeah.
you doing 9 to 5?
So first, I was in a roofing company. I wasn't doing roof.
I was gonna say you
No.
were probably selling the.
Actually,
roofing
no.
thing.
I was like secretaria.
Okay, so
Yes.
administrative work.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I moved to a remodeling company.
Okay.
And then I went to Ferguson, which is a supplier of pretty much everything for construction. I was in sales.
Okay.
So I was an inside sales.
Okay.
And my clients were builders. So again, I was connected
Yeah.
to builders, real estate, sales. And that time was when I got licensed, or I got my license.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're with a brokerage called Anchor Real Estate.
Yes.
Now, I went on their Instagram feed. When is Selling Clermont coming to Netflix? Because
Right.
the professional photo shoots, the model look, the light, everything is
Yes.
very, like, I went in there, the dudes, the girl, I was like, who are these people? Like, what?
I know. I have to talk to my broker.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause
I have to tell you, Adriana.
We've got some lakefront
Yes.
property out here that you guys can sell. It's
Yeah.
it's incredible. Has real estate become a passion for you now?
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I really love it. Sometimes I'm doing things kind of for free. I know I'm not gonna get instant money maybe, but I love it.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I'm working to get money maybe, or to get pay. I'm just loving it.
Personal
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing about that is that those things that you might be doing for free right now, but they always plant seeds that come back to you later. Like you do a lot of stuff with the community. You have a newsletter
Yes.
that you email us. And then I always see you with like the local business of the month, which we won 1 month. I believe
Yes.
That was in March. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. And that all is going to come back because you build a name for yourself. You know?
Definitely.
Another surface level observation that I have about realtors is I think real estate agents have changed a lot over the last 15 years. I remember before I left New York to go live in Chicago, the realtor was like, it's very like gruff, you know. Went to his house a couple times. It was like a mess everywhere. When Mercedes and I moved to Chicago, the realtor that showed us around, same thing, kind of boring,
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, scatterbrained a little bit. You know, we would send her an email and she would email us back like good luck, like literally just like the words like good luck.
Oh my goodness.
Whereas now I feel like young realtors work very hard on their image, especially in social media. You know, the photo shoots, it's a lot of branding. You know, that's not something that I knew realtors to be. Why do you think that is?
I think it's social media,
Yeah.
because now you are exposed. You know, like it's like you said, you are a brand. So you're a personal brand. So you gotta show yourself like an expert, like you know what you're doing, and you want to show what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you want to be like careful on how you give your service, how you treat people, how you do your business. So I think it's social media, like you're exposed.
Yeah. Was that when you started getting into real estate and building your own personal brand? Is there kind of nervous jitters about being on camera, showing your face on camera?
It's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't know how. I remember when I started like doing content, always was like pictures of what is this, a house. I was
You're behind
never
the camera.
super behind.
Yeah.
And I remember one person from my group told me like, you need to show yourself more. And I was like, oh my God, she's right. And I started like one finger, one hand, and now I'm like talking to a camera, which is not my comfort zone, but you have to. That's what people like.
Yeah.
People like to see your face, to see you talking.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like. I can, follow, I don't know, another realtor. And I like seeing houses, but I like to see that person. I like to see their lifestyle, like what they do, if they like working out. Like, that's what I like. And I'm pretty sure, yes, that's when you get connected to a person.
Yeah, it comes off as more authentic too.
Yes.
And I'm the same way. I don't want to be on camera.
But I see you on camera a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I'm usually forced to do it.
Okay.
Like the video where I was being held
Oh my
hostage.
God, that was so
by
funny.
my employees.
Yes.
So and Nelly, Nelly, she'll always tell me we need to do more videos, and I'm like, I don't want to do more videos. But that is what people want to see, So I can definitely understand that. Speaking of your profession, this area has grown a lot, even since you got here in 2016. I mean, Mercedes and I moved here in 2018, and even since then, the growth has been incredible.
It's another city.
It's crazy. And I feel like the people that have lived here for a long time hate it, and then everybody else is like, oh, this is great. I love it. What do you see happening here in the future? What trends, what opportunities are you seeing in this local market?
So since Clermont is growing a lot, I think there are a lot of opportunities for big companies, even small businesses. For example, we have only one Aldi. We need more Aldis. Like that. Yes, that's true.
That's true.
So that's a big company that needs to come. Aldi, come to Clermont, please. And
I
a
think
small
the next
business.
closest one is in Windermere. Or no, there might be one in Winter Garden. But
I think
they're all very spread out.
Yeah. Publix, we have Publix in every corner. Even Walmart, there's only one, I think,
That's true.
on 27.
That's true.
So big companies, it is time to come to Clermont, and small businesses too. I think Clermont is like a really good community because we love to support small businesses.
Yeah.
So I think Clermont is like really good place for small businesses.
Yeah. They put a lot of money into downtown, that infrastructure program downtown.
Yes.
I think my only concern when all the big companies come in is that it gets very difficult for the small businesses to keep up with rent, right? Like when I worked in Windermere, that was something that I saw. The practice that I worked for in Windermere was a corporate practice. And when that plaza opened up, it's Windermere, it's a brand new plaza, it's expensive. That's where all the rich people live. And the practice was paying 5 figures a month just in rent. Now, if you told mom and pop, a small, private dental practice, like, hey, your rent's going to be, $20,000 a month,
you won't be able to make
you're
it.
not able to do that, So that's always a concern. And I like those little like downtown areas that have their own, small businesses, like downtown Clermont, downtown Winter Garden. So yes, a couple more big spots, but leave some for like the little guys.
Definitely.
Too,
Yeah.
I bought my house in 2019. And it was like right before the pandemic, like you. And when Mercedes and I bought the house, the idea was this is our starter home, right? It's 3 beds, 2.5 baths. It's a decent sized house, but eventually we're gonna need more room. We're gonna need a big yard and everything. And I had no concept at that time of like interest rates and how that affects your payments. To me, it was like, yeah, we want a house, here you go, sign. But my interest rate on my house is like 3%, right? And I bought my house for $358. It's now appraised at $550.
Crazy.
All we've done is like paint the doors. Like, we haven't done anything to the house. So now we've got 2 kids. And we don't have a very big yard. And we want, I think we need a bigger house, or, maybe we want to, upsize a little bit to a bigger house. We want the kids to have a yard. If we bought the same house now, our mortgage would probably double or triple for the same house.
Yep.
Not to mention a bigger house. What do you tell these young couples that, they're in my situation, right? They need more space, but you can't.
I mean, if you can and you can afford to rent that out and buy another one, do it. Yeah. That's one of the few ways that you can build wealth. So, I mean, we want to do that right now. Like we want, well, not right now, maybe in the future, next year. We have a 3-2, and it's a small for us because my husband has a lot of family. We always have visit. So we want a bigger house, but same, we have like 2.7 interest rate.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's crazy. So we don't want to let that go ever.
Yeah.
So we want to rent that out, and we want,
And then from there,
to buy another one and, fix
do
it
it
up,
again, and do it again, and do it
yes,
again. Yeah. No, that's a good strategy. I definitely would like to do that. I have an investment property that I'm trying to sell. It's been 2 years. Cape Coral. I got a guy that called the other day from California, and he's ready to make an offer. Yeah, but he wants to buy the house and he'll pay me in Bitcoin.
No.
What are your thoughts? What are your professional
No,
thoughts? Yeah,
don't do it.
I said a variation of no. I might have said a word before no.
I would say
truck,
no, sir.
But
Sorry.
it was like no. I'm gonna buy my house in Bitcoin.
Yeah, no.
So realtors have kind of a crazy schedule. Tell me a little bit about your work-life balance reality. Does that exist?
No.
What's that look like in your household? Two busy parents, demanding schedules, toddler.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Because my husband travels a lot. So I don't have like help every day. I have my mom. She works every day, but she lives very close. So she helps me a lot when he's not here. But it's crazy because I'm always with my son. Yeah. He's not going to daycare or anything. And I don't have a work balance. No. I just don't. It's hard because I want to work more, but sometimes I can't because I have my son and he's my priority, of course. Sure. Yeah.
How old is he?
2.
It's a tough age. It's a very fun age, but it's challenging.
Yeah.
One of the things that my wife tells me about what it feels like to be a working mom is you want to work more because you want to contribute to the house and you want to feel like you do your own thing, right? Like you're not just dependent on your husband. So you want to work more, but you want to be with your kid more. So there's the guilt of you want to be with your kid, and there's always this battle back and forth. How do you manage that?
It's hard because, as you said, I have a battle here. I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a good realtor. I want to be good at everything, but you can't. Yeah. You have to be good at something, but you might forget about, for example, before I had kids, I have my son, I was like the perfectionist in my house. Yeah. My house had to be like immaculate, sparkling. Yeah. Now it's like I let that go. Yeah. It's organized, but that's something that I just can't. Like I can be a good wife, I can be a good daughter, I can be a good mom, I can be a great realtor, but like I just can't do it keep all. Keep my house like sparkling anymore. Yeah. So I let that go. Yeah. So for me, that's not my priority anymore. Like you see, my house is like a playground during the day. Yeah. After he's sleeping, I organize everything and okay, this is my time. But it's hard. But you gotta be very strong on your mind or have a strong mindset, and you have to prioritize which is more important for you. For me, the house was the last, even though it's still because I cannot be like, I don't want to clean. I'm still organized. Yeah. It's organized, but it's not sparkling anymore. Yeah. So,
but that's good that you recognize that because I think it's very easy to get overwhelmed with trying to do everything and trying to have everything perfect, and especially I think there's more pressure on women for that because when you're a working mom, it's like, well, how are you building your career? What about your kid? And then if you're a stay-at-home mom, it's like, well, you don't do anything, you just got the kid all day. So there's always that pressure. How does John support you in that?
Oh, he's the most supportive guy I've ever met. Yeah. When he's home, he's changing diapers, he's cooking, he's with the kid. Oh, Like he does things that maybe an average dad wouldn't do because he's always working, he's busy. When he gets home, he's tired. But I think his schedule helps too because he's traveling, and when he's home, he's home.
He's all in.
He doesn't have to go to an office, so he's just relaxing, spending time with his family, with my son. So it helps a lot because when he's there, I know like I can have a little break with diapers, with, you know, all the, especially cooking.
Yeah.
I hate cooking.
Really?
He's a chef.
Yeah.
So when he's leaving, or where he lives, I have to cook because, I mean, I have to feed my
Right,
son
yeah.
and feed myself.
Yeah.
So I have to cook. So that's really a big help.
Yeah. Wait, so on the flip side, it must also make it that much harder when he isn't home and when he does have to go. How have you guys managed that part of your relationship?
Oh, yeah. When I met him, he used to travel. So it's not something new.
It's not new. Okay.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting into. So I think it's perfect for us because I can have my little break.
Yeah.
And when he comes home, it's like, oh, like, I don't know, like a honeymoon. I missed him. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys still make a point of, you know, date night, or is that difficult?
It's difficult. Yeah. I will say, like, after we had Sebastian, it's like once every, I don't know, 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
What's been the challenge? What's been the biggest challenge with that?
Well, we don't have a nanny, you know. I have my mom, of course, but sometimes I feel like she helps me a lot, so I want to give her a break. So it's like I feel guilty, like, Mom, can you stay with Sebas tonight, you know? But we need to do that because I know she will love it. She will love it. She loves Sebastian, so.
Yeah, Mercedes and I have the same struggle because, you know, Mercedes works here in the office with me. Thankfully, Cruz is in school, but Penelope is home with my mom throughout the week, and my mom's tired. You know, because she gets to my house at like 7 a.m. She's there till 5.
Wow.
She's running around after a 1.5-year-old. So by the time Friday and Saturday come around, we feel so guilty with the idea of asking her, like, hey, can you stay late and you know, watch the kids?
You understand me?
And it's really hard. But then, you know, kind of time goes by and you look, it's like, wow, the last time we went on a date was 2 months, 3 months ago. And that puts a strain on the relationship as well, at least in our case, because, you know, you need that. You need to reconnect with your partner. And when it's been 3 months since you guys have gone to dinner without a kid throwing French fries at you and screaming, you know, I feel like tempers get a little quicker. You kind of forget what each other is going through. You know, that's a big challenge
tough.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. I've noticed on your professional Instagram, the real estate one, your son's face is always covered, always protecting his privacy. Not on your personal one, but definitely on your professional one. What drives that choice, and how do you decide like what aspects of your life you want to share publicly while you're balancing that with building a personal brand?
Yeah. I mean, I think social media is a little bit scary. You gotta respect that. Like, it's like the ocean. I love the ocean, but I respect the ocean. I love social media, but I respect it. So I think I want to keep him away from social media as long as I can, even though when he's big, like, Mom, I want a phone. No. Mom, I want to have Instagram. No. Until, you know, it's like, okay, let's do it. So I want people to know me because, as I said before, that's how you connect with people, especially through Instagram. I want people to know that I'm a mom, that I struggle too. I'm a realtor, I'm a wife, I'm a blah, 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 blah. But I want to keep my son away from that, like from my professional social media. Of course, I show my son on my your personal, friends, family, because I only have friends and family from, you know, Venezuela that doesn't know him. But I just want to keep him like,
Protected.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys give him screen time? Do you guys monitor that?
So we don't give him like phones. Sometimes he use the TV or he watch TV, but like that's like 10 minutes every day.
Okay.
Sometimes when he's like crazy and he needs to chill down, TV, or maybe when I'm by myself with him and I need to get ready, I put TV.
Distract him for a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I can make up,
Yeah.
get dressed.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's for us. It's we have done our best to try to limit his screen time. When you're busy and you just need a break sometimes, I feel like that's the easiest out.
Yeah.
Like, here, just take the iPad.
Yeah.
I need to finish this. The trouble that we notice with our son is once you give him that iPad, even if you tell him beforehand, you are going to have this for 10 minutes. Taking that thing away is like taking meat out of a tiger's mouth. Like, it is so challenging. And it does something to their brain where they just go like haywire.
Yeah.
He used to watch YouTube Kids pretty frequently, and we have banned YouTube Kids ever since then because he would go like crazy. Like, his behavior would just completely change. And so now we try to keep it where, like, okay, if you're gonna watch any TV, you'll watch like 30 minutes and then that's done. And even that is very generous and liberal, because when I was a kid growing up, my dad didn't let me watch any TV Monday through Thursday.
Really?
I was not allowed to watch TV.
Why?
Because just no. Monday through Thursday is school. You can watch TV Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And no video games or anything. It was just Monday through Thursday. You get home, do your homework, and
makes sense.
You know what I mean? I have 2 younger brothers. He was a lot easier on them. Like I would come back home from college and it was like a Thursday night and they were like watching TV and I'm just like, hello, they're watching TV.
It's
and
okay.
Like, oh, that's okay. Like, no, it's not.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's like a hamster.
Yeah.
The test, the guinea pig. But I want to be better about not letting him have the TV. And even Penelope now is a year and a half, and I'll get home and the first thing she'll say to me is like, "Baby Shark."
Oh my
Baby
God.
Shark. And it's so cute.
Yeah, you can say no.
You want to, Baby Shark, and you want to put it on, but I don't want them to get attached to that, and it's just that balance of like, managing your time, and then they need your attention too. It's so hard. But on the topic of building your brand in social media, what's your philosophy on being authentic on social media, balancing that with being professional on social media?
It's hard because I think sometimes I'm a clown, like on my personal life. But this is what I think. Like, I don't want to be a clown on my professional account, but at the same time, I want to be me. Yeah. You're going to be authentic, That's how you connect with people. So it's like a balance. You should have like a balance. And I think on my social media, I've made like good connections, and what I'm doing is liking people because I'm receiving good messages. Like, I'm receiving like a good connection with my followers. Yeah.
Do you ever pause before you post something? You're like, I don't know.
Every time.
Not necessarily because you may not like how it looked on camera or something, but just like someone might take this the wrong way, or I don't know.
Especially when I'm talking to the camera, like in English, which is not easy. Like, if I'm talking in español, it's easier in español. So sometimes like, oh, did I say that right? Oh, that accent. Oh, should I? Yeah. Sometimes like, oh, I should. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Whatever. I have an accent.
Yeah. Usually that just means you speak more than one language.
Yeah, exactly. So, there you go. I speak 2 languages. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. At what age did you learn English?
When I came here.
No.
Yeah.
You moved here without knowing English.
Hi, thank you. Where is the bathroom?
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
How old were you when you?
23. My English
Very
was
impressive.
basic.
Not very good looking.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That's so impressive.
And I used to work, my first job here was, of course, housekeeping. And then it was in a Colombian bakery, like, with people.
Yeah.
And it was hard. But I learned that way, like talking to people,
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, it was like a language. If you talk me or ask me something outside of a bakery or Colombian bakery, I will be like, huh?
Yeah.
You have to talk to me about coffee, about pan de bono, about everything related about bakery.
Yeah.
Outside that, I didn't know anything. But changing jobs, I started like learning, having friends.
Yeah.
One of my first friends was from Estonia. I didn't know any English. She didn't know any Spanish. And we used to go for dates for coffee, and
You would hope that your concepts
yes, it was
would
hard,
go through.
but that's how you learn.
That's all the more impressive. I was born in the Dominican Republic. I moved to New York when I was 6 or 7. And my parents refused to put me in a bilingual class. They said, no, you're going to be in an English class. So you can imagine a 7-year-old kid, first time in an American school, not knowing a word of English. You're terrified. You have literally no idea what is happening.
Yeah. New friends, new country, new language.
Yeah, and you're like, what? It's cold because I lived in New York.
God.
So all of a sudden it's freezing. Why is it freezing? Because I moved to America in February in New York.
Winter.
So it's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in that class, I think it was like the first day of class, spelling test. The worst part was I didn't know it was a spelling test. Right, like now looking back on it, it's like, oh, it was a spelling test. But I just remember the teacher was passing out like little white pieces of paper, and she would say a word, and kids would write on it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking around like, what are they?
What am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? And the words were like cat, hat, you know what I mean? Really simple stuff. But when she graded it that same day, and I got it back, and it was like in big red ink, a 0. And I'm 7 years old. I just got here. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to cry. I wanted to go home, home being Dominican Republic.
Home, yeah.
But I was 7, so kids are very resilient. So I learned English in like 3 months, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that. And, I speak both very fluently, but there's still, now in Spanish, there are words where I'm like, let me say it a different way, because I don't know how to pronounce it that way. To do that at 23 is amazing.
Yeah. You are not like a sponge anymore. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
The older you are, the harder it is to learn something new.
Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Good for you. Good for you. So you've had your share of challenges, both in Venezuela and here, of course. What advice do you have for young professionals that are trying to establish themselves, especially in a competitive industry, and that are going through some challenges of their own?
Definitely have a strong mindset, because especially real estate can be like a roller coaster industry. I'm pretty sure any industry can be a roller coaster, especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself. Just keep doing what you love. Like, if you feel like it's something that you love, but you are not seeing like a return, just keep doing it. Keep doing it, because if you are consistent, you're gonna get there.
Yeah. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? What do you want to achieve, both personally and professionally?
So professional, I would say, like, I love teaching people. I love like sharing my experience. So I would love to, like take maybe on a leadership role and be able to share more knowledge and experience and give back to the community, especially Clermont, because I love Clermont.
You love Clermont.
Yes.
You're very, very authentic about that. I love
Clermont. Like,
Yeah.
really. Before I was a realtor, I used to love Clermont, and now I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love. Clermont is everything. And personally, I want to keep focusing on my personal growth. I think this year and last year and this year has been like a lot of changes. Being a mom, being an entrepreneur, realtor, blah 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 blah. So for next year, I want to, like retake that. I want to, keep building my personal growth, like start reading more because sometimes I forget about my book next to me. And maybe I want to have another kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be. Who knows?
That's something that, okay, we got to touch on that a
Yeah.
little bit. How many kids do you want? If
Oh,
you,
two max.
Okay.
There's no more than two.
Yeah. That's very smart of you.
Yeah. Maybe 2 dogs.
I have that's my situation. 2 kids, 2 dogs. Complete
Perfect.
chaos.
Oh, yeah?
Complete chaos.
Oh,
And my dog, one of them is diabetic.
okay.
So, I'm a dentist.
Mm.
I give people injections here all day long,
You can't.
which I hate doing. Okay. I just want to say, like, that is one of the worst parts of what I do. Like, if I could just walk in the room and the patient's already numb for me, that would be amazing because people don't want, and I'm very good at it. They don't feel pain, but I just hate doing it. Then I get home and I had to give my dog an injection.
You can.
So really, who's the victim here? Me, okay? But anyway, 2 kids, 2 dogs is very challenging. It is
Okay.
a lot. I have the utmost respect for people that have like more than 2 kids, right? My cousin has 4 kids. I've got some friends that have like 4 or 5 kids. I have a patient in the practice whose daughter has 9 kids.
No. Oh my God.
And I've always had 2 fundamental questions for people that have more than 2 kids. Number 1 is how,
How?
and number 2 is why.
Well, how is pretty simple, but why?
How is yes.
Yeah.
But why? My God, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
So 2 kids is a good number. Good for you for settling on that. You said you think maybe next year?
No.
No.
20,
What age gap would you want them to have?
20. Well, he's 2. I think 4 years.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm still 32
Yeah.
years old, so I have time.
Yeah. Then you got like a nice little helper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they grow up still pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
So that, yeah. All right. I want you to picture back a few years. You're very young. You're 32. So picture yourself back. You're a young girl. You're a little girl. You live in Caracas. And you could tell yourself one thing. What is that one thing?
You're capable of doing big things. Yes.
Did
Can
you
I
doubt that?
can I keep going?
Yeah, please.
Have a strong mindset again. No matter how hard the path is, because it was really hard for me. It doesn't matter the mistakes, the challenges. That's how you learn. Just keep doing it, and you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And I'm
here
here.
you are.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah.
I that there was a little bit
No.
of water
No.
right there.
Nope.
So
There's no.
a little bit.
I did
So
it. I did it. I didn't cry.
So I do want to end with I did a lot of research for this. Did you know that in Venezuela there was a famous singer with my name, Hector Cabrera?
Cabrera?
Mhm.
Salsa?
I don't know what he's saying. I
Hector
found him on
Cabrera.
Google.
I
His
think-
funny little mustache.
I think it's salsa.
Is he salsa?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I listened to some of his music. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But I figured
I didn't know.
You had given me a heads up, like, I might get a little emotional. So instead, I said, you know what? I'm gonna end with something that might bring a smile, but Hector Cabrera wasn't doing it for me. So I found instead Juan Luis Guerra. Do you know this song?
No. Well, del Callao. Callao is from Venezuela.
Yeah, that's what he just said. A
But I don't know
Venezuela le
that
canto.
song.
Woman del Callao.
I
Juan
don't know
Luis
that
Guerra.
song.
What is that? What's El Callao?
El Callao is like a part of, I think it's Oriente.
Yeah.
Venezuelans are gonna kill me, especially my mom. But I know where Callao is.
Yeah.
It's like Carnaval,
Oh,
you know,
okay,
like,
okay.
yeah. I
Well,
haven't been there, but.
You're gonna have to now look up that Woman del
Yes.
Callao, Juan Luis Guerra. It's a very old song.
So,
from the
La
early
Mujer del
90s.
Callao.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. I want to thank you. I know you're very busy. I want to thank you for
Thank
taking the
you.
time to.
It was an
to
honor
come
to be here.
This was fun.
Yes.
Like we said, you're a Venezuelan soap opera actress, so this was very natural for you. So we'll have to do this again.
Yes, of course. Yes.